Hey Ryan. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you this while the camera is attached here. So I'm gonna have to move around a little bit because I don't have anybody holding the camera. It's just up on the wall there. This is what I'm talking about. I've got my shirt off for a reason. It's not to show off my weekly body here, but this is a sock that I just cut at the very end there, just to make it long enough to fit 2 tennis balls. Looks kind of ugly. Gets a lot of hair and other crap as you roll around on the carpet. Now, here is where your vertebrae are going to feel awesome. This is starting to look pretty phallic, but at any point, that's where you want to roll in between all of your vertebrae and starting at the very top of the neck. It'll depend on where your pains are, really. I try to go all the way down the thing multiple times a day, just in between sitting, in between any kind of stationary period that's lasted a while. It helps a lot. These two things I will put at the top of my head and just kind of rock on it like this, put all the weight on either side of my neck where it joins at the skull. There are two, I forget if they're called occipital muscles, but they're the two muscles that attach the closest to the skull. And this is not the thing we were talking about the other day, but this is another pain that I get a lot from just looking down or looking up or looking somewhere for extended periods of time, whether it's reading, whether it's looking at a monitor, whatever. And those two muscles get super tight sometimes. And so doing this, putting a lot of pressure here relieves that. Right now, I don't really feel like this does much anymore because I do this often. But when I first started, oh my God, did it hurt to just put my head on these soft tennis balls. It felt really bad and because it was super tight. So over time, this relieves that tightness. All right, so here's the thing that I was actually talking to you about, how to use these guys. So I'm going to roll down this, and I'm going to use my feet as propulsion to do so while elevating my body off the ground enough so that the weight is centered on either of these two tennis balls and nothing else, as best I can. It's best without a shirt only because of the wrinkles. If you have a loose fitting shirt, even like a friggin' t-shirt sometimes, if it's not super tight, the wrinkles kind of get caught in this thing as you're rolling, and you got to get up off of it and reposition, and it's annoying as hell. So if you do have a shirt and you can't get around not wearing one, what you can do is, as you're lying down, pull the shirt first down really tight so that you start off with a nice flat surface without wrinkles. All right, but this is what I always do it with the top off, and so this is what it's going to be like now. Again, start here and then kind of push it down when you're about to roll on it and elevate your body. Push it down so it meets up with the base of your neck and the base of the neck that's attached to the shoulders instead of up at the muscles that are attached to the skull I was talking about. Now you're going to roll on it, so make sure you start closer to your shoulders. And then you can't really see my legs, but I'm using the heels of my feet to push up off the ground, and then to protect my neck and head as I do this, I hold it like this, and then just kind of start slowly rolling this way. And you'll build muscle memory of how this works over time. I mean, it's hard to describe because you may falter a little bit and you're just going to have to wiggle around until you get your balance and see what it feels like. But right now, I just go up and down like this to start off with to loosen stuff. And then I don't have any clearance back here, so I can't do it all the way. But I will roll all the way down until it gets to the sacrum, which is the part you were complaining about the other day, right? The lowest vertebrae where it attaches to the sacrum as well. Now I've got those two tennis balls there, and I'll spend some time there kneading that thing out, making sure to always have the two tennis balls on either side of the vertebrae. So you don't want to rock over the vertebrae with that. It may not feel good, and it's probably not good for you. But it'll just kind of massage that crap out. Please don't upload this to YouTube. And similarly to the way I was showing you to massage the muscles that are attached to your skull at the very beginning, that's what I'm doing right now on the muscles that are attached to the very last vertebrae right before the sacrum. And this helps a lot. I even pull up to the butt cheeks at this point. After I've done
the full vertebrae. Sometimes, not all the times, but I will use the tennis balls on the buttocks as well because shoot, it feels pretty good. It's a lot easier to massage that area with those tennis balls than if you were to try to do so with
that foam core roller, because it's too wide, it doesn't get in there, right? I haven't tried this, but I've been told also by several of the folks that I've visited over the years in the medical industry that I may want to also try using a golf ball. That sounds pretty damn painful. So that's probably why I haven't tried it. But depending on how tight your knots are, it might actually be beneficial to start off with something a little bit more intense than the tennis balls. And then once you get loosened up a little bit, these are probably going to be good enough as just a maintenance deal every day. And, you know, until we both get out of stationary work processes, this is going to be the kind of thing that I think will help the most. All right, man, I'm going to pause here. I'm actually going to show you some other things real quick.